So basically, yeah, lean thinking is a mindset, it's a set of principles. Focus on maximizing value. So basically, if something in my process is not adding value, it's considered waste. And we want to minimize or completely eliminate waste because, of course, it's not adding value, right? So the idea is that we can do more with less. So less time, less effort, less cost, and so on and so forth. And what they have done is that they have identified 8 waste types. And even though at the beginning this was mainly focused on manufacturing, again, we have translated this into the digital world. So, for example, nowadays, if we have a process and I send, let's say, an email, and then I have to wait to get the answer, that's a waste, right? Defects, for example, if I have to transcribe information from one system to another and I make a mistake, that's a defect. We don't want that. Not utilized talent. And again, it's like, do we have the right role, the right person with the right skills in the right role? Inventory, I talk about inventory when I was talking about Kanban. It's like, do we have to have all of that stock, or can we reduce that? And so on and so forth. So this is a really good framework to use when we are trying to increase productivity. Because if we are streamlining our processes, we are reducing waste, then we tend to think that we'll be more productive, right? So again, of course, we have created a process optimizer assistant in Gemini. And this one actually has 2 steps. So first, what we need to do is actually document the process. And we have been working on that. Documenting processes can be a little bit time consuming. However, when we document the processes, sometimes straight away we can see inefficiencies. So it's not a complete waste. And the second thing is actually streamlining that process. So to give you an example, at Lino, we provide a free assessment for companies to go and see in those 3 pillars, people, processes, and technology, where they might insert some efficiencies with AI, or it doesn't have to be AI, it could be other tools. To do that, to provide, so basically what our potential customer does is they go and complete a survey, and then we get the survey with some answers and some scores. And then we analyze the information and we send a more detailed report to that customer. Now, that process, of course, it takes time for us to go analyze the scores and provide some insights and recommend some next steps and so on and so forth. So, of course, we leverage AI to do this. And the current process is not very good in the sense that it has some manual things, some manual tasks. So again, what we have done is document the current process. We gave it to this little assistant and say, we want to optimize this process. How can we optimize it? So basically what I've done is I've uploaded a document that has the process documented. So it says step 1, step 2, step 3, and so on and so forth. And because we have programmed the gem already to optimize the processes, when we give them a documented processes, it came back with the analysis, as you can see. Sorry that I'm going a little bit fast. This could be a little bit overwhelming. But also some actionable recommendations. So it said, the first thing you might want to do is eliminate the screenshot step because that could cause issues, And it said, as you can see, it gave me a set of recommendations on how I can optimize that process. And after that, it also gave me a prioritized action plan, right? So it gave me, these are the 3 things you need to focus on. And I wanted to focus on the first one, for example. So I said, okay, I'm interested in the first one. How can I do that? And again, it came back with specific recommendations and some sort of, this is the hard way and this is the easy way type of thing. So the low-cost implementation is going to be this. So again, I think these tools, to your point you were mentioning before, are there already. We just need to understand how to use them to leverage these type of things. So the concept, I needed to understand the concept, because otherwise, how can I ask the tool to do it, right? So that's why my domain knowledge comes into place. But then once I gave the instructions to the tool, it can just give me the recommendations. And then, of course, the implementation is where the value comes in.